It is currently, again, it's 8:16 in the morning. This is Los Angeles, 1806 North Alvarado Street, apartment number 6, the maintenance of the light source, the presence of the engineered light. The presence of the engineered light, this is demonic. This is also terrorism. It's a prima facie case of federal group stalking and monitoring. This is the engineered light above in the private space where the entity is engaging in surveillance while physically indisposed, keeping you under surveillance while you're nude, engaging in private activity, which they're maintaining surveillance of, and they're also engaged in federal stalking on the venue of the internet. All right, and this is the back of the apartment where the entity is 11 hours from now engaging in what is a demonic imitation of the sun setting. So you have engineered light that's touching building 1818. The light source is on the opposite side of the apartment building. This is the maintenance of what is engineered light for purposes of monitoring. I'm in this bedroom over here through the wall. The entity is maintaining the engineered light all around. These are violent sex offenders engaging in state surveillance, and they're doing so while in the custody of children. They're doing so in concert with the state that is stalking and incomprehensible and unfathomable means, such as by helicopter, referencing the demons of the Los Angeles Police Department, engaged in 24-hour surveillance using helicopters. This is the demonic system that they engage in. It is the hallmark is stalking in the specific environment via helicopters. And these are the violent sex offenders, the people of the state. All right. All 59 units. These are just the names of the head of households. You have additional adults and the minor children that are not listed on here. And they are all engaged in what is monitoring while I'm inside of building 1806, apartment number 6, where you're looking at the light source, which is nowhere near the Fontana Metrolink train station, which as a matter of documentation, I arrived there within the 9 a.m. hour. It is 8:17 in the morning. That's impossible that that's going to be the case. It's going to remain right outside of my leasing room window, as I've already documented. There's no sun that's going to arrive over the parking lot, over anyone's head in its zenith at 9:42 in the morning, over anyone's head in its zenith at 10:29 in the morning. There will be no sun over the San Bernardino Superior Court over anyone's head in its zenith at 12:47 p.m., all which during the same time, daylight savings time. The entity is keeping the so-called sun. It's the identification of the light source because the sun is not rising and setting at one address, and it's also not creating any sunlight on the ceiling and all over the walls, creating multiple shadows. Sunlight does not pierce through create this sort of light activity, the magnification, and that's a specific environment. And all of them are identified as the violent sex offenders that they are, engaging in sexually motivated, highly terrorizing state surveillance, which is of, you're understanding the sexual aspect of that. They're including children in that, and they're doing it in concert with a corrupt government that are in the position of law enforcement agencies, together also engaging in a pattern of kidnapping and fictitious exercise of authority in those very courts where the pattern of conduct is underway. This is P.O.C. It's currently 8:19 a.m.